Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Inside Lowell Daily Pulse, the Friday, September 5th edition of the Daily Pulse. I'm your host, Teddy Panos, coming to you from the Well Point Studios here in beautiful, historic, albeit a little bit rainy and drizzly downtown Lowell today. But here in the studio, nothing but sunshine and laughter because I'm excited on this big fun Friday to be joined by my longtime broadcasting side chick, none other than often imitated but never duplicated, Leslie Bodor here in the Well Point Studios. What's up?
I've been giggling since I got here. I thought I would need a hello, my name is tag. It's been a beat.
I was just going to say, you haven't been here. It feels like a month or so.
It's been a month.
I think the last time I saw you was the week after Folk Fest.
That is correct. We talked Folk Fest.
I had my, my month-long hiatus.
And then you went off work.
And then I didn't go to work. But we're glad to have you here. We got lots to talk about. Our week in review that we do, of course, when you're with us. Some funny stories, as always the case with Leslie Bodor, funny stories. I should have just hit record as we were lining up the show, and we'd be all done by now. I'd be posting this, and I'd be out of here off with the rest of my Friday. But
I always look disheveled when we start.
you come in looking
just why bother?
Like the brunette Marilyn Monroe.
I know, a little darker than I intended, but it's what came out.
The natural Marilyn Monroe. But glad to have you here. Lots to talk about. Some exciting announcements, even some serious news updates for you. All of it on today's Daily Pulse. But first, we have to thank the people who make the Daily Pulse possible. And of course, that starts with our friend Ray Booten. He is a licensed realtor in Massachusetts and New Hampshire. He's also a certified appraiser in both of those states as well. So if you're looking to buy or sell a home, a business, or a commercial property, you need to get in touch with Ray today. And the way to do that is to find him online, realestaterayBooten.com. That's realestaterayBooten.com. I wonder what the letter alliteration for that comes up to. Is it better than our other sponsors? I don't know. Anyway, thank you as well to our friends at WellPoint. WellPoint is the only health plan offering healthcare benefits exclusively to Massachusetts GIC members. At WellPoint, your whole health is their whole point. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, WellPoint. Thank our other sponsors in a few ticks. But first, let's get right down to it with Leslie Bodor. And first, a moment of a little bit of seriousness. You've been a Downtown Lowell resident for what now?
13 years.
13 years. And anybody who's either lived in downtown, frequented the downtown, is of course familiar with the mayor of Middle Street, who we lost last weekend, Teddy Lavish. And is it Lavish or Lavash? It was Lavash, right?
It depended on your mood.
But it's I knew Teddy, had some conversations with him, but I don't necessarily hang out in that scene and late at night. I'm usually working late at night, and I just want to go home. Once the kids came, my social life.
That's when Teddy shined.
But when the stars came out, so too did Teddy.
So did Teddy, because he was one.
But he earned the nickname the Mayor of Middle Street, and that harkens back to the days of when Cafe Paradiso, was there, where now there's a Fuse Bistro. But everybody knew Teddy. Everybody had a story with Teddy. I was moved by how many people shared Facebook remembrances, including somebody who shared a photo of him from when he was serving, which I did not know, at the Parthenon in Athens, Greece.
As a Marine.
So just a guy of, and I know you were close to him.
I love Teddy. He was great.
Yeah.
Bailed me out of a few jams downtown.
Wait, he bailed out the state trooper from a couple
I remember telling him it's him and me, Teddy. No, Teddy. I remember looking at Teddy and saying, somebody had come up and said, "You're not Leslie Bodor." And I said, "Yes, I am." I was sitting there with Caroline Gallagher and Teddy Lavish, and we were at Fuse. And he says, "You're not. And I said, "Yes." And he says, you supposedly go out with Rob." I said, "Yes, I do, sir. I do go out with Rob." And he said, "You don't go out with Rob because I do." And I went, "Wait a minute." I'm like, "Wait a minute." So I looked up at him and I said, "Not your type."
Do you and Rob need to have a discussion? Is there something that he needs to tell you?
He's hot.
Which is, hey, it's okay. It's 2025, and he's a good-looking dude. We showed his photo a few months ago at the banner ceremony.
That's correct.
At City Hall.
He was there all pristine.
But Rob, if you have something to tell Leslie, it's best to just be honest. She's understanding.
So I called Rob, and I said, "Hey, your pally here doesn't think la 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 la." So the next morning, guess who's at the door of his pal with a baseball bat? But Rob's knocking on his door. "Hey, I heard you talk to Leslie last night," and no one would come to the door. And they had a camera, so he wasn't going to use the bat, but he brought it.
Doesn't Rob know he needs to keep the bat hidden? The hell does he need a bat?
That wasn't his purpose.
He's got you. What does he need a bat?
Old bat. But yeah. Yeah, he's going to be 50 on Sunday. Woohoo! Finally, we can meet on a level playing field. Sort of.
So, unfortunately, we've lost the mayor of Middle Street.
Yes,
and we talked about it with Jerry Nutter a little bit the other day in passing. We also lost Jerry Largay, another one of those characters from Lowell, known for his cowboy hat. Luckily, we have a new cowboy hat that we now know Jose Cervantes, who got a lot of props. Ryan Gilday, the Lowell Citizens, he's been doing like a series. He's already done 2 volumes on the campaign signs and his funny takes. And he just kind of said that's the sign that we'll all remember. Right. Jose Cervantes and the cowboy hat. So Cowboys are in.
Cowboys are in. But listen, wait a minute. The mayor
between the manager riding a horse.
Teddy Lavish, just to finish up my story, I looked at Teddy and I go, "Teddy, either he goes or I go. Someone's going over this table." So Teddy stood up and he went, "Now everybody, just everybody." And his boyfriend, he had a boyfriend, had come over and walked him away, which was very nice because there was some intoxication and I was not. I wasn't. And that's a flag. I wasn't joining in the group at that time, but imbibing. But anyway, Teddy settled it all. And he was just known as the mayor, and it spilled over to Rob and the actual mayor of the city. Rob thought, because of the mayor of Middle Street, when I introduced Dan Rourke to him, he thought he was the mayor of Market Street. Because of Teddy, he'll go down in history as the mayor of Middle, and it has legs. Because Rob used it. He's the mayor of Market. I go, no, all of it.
There actually used to be an old Greek gentleman, Nick Thomas, who we called the mayor of Market Street back in the 80s. He used to basically walk back and forth. He always had like a long coat, heavy-set guy, walked with the cane, always had candy in his pockets. Some of that candy might have been 80 years old. He said he brought it from Greece. I was wondering if he brought it from Greece when he first came over to America. But Nick Thomas, we used to call him the mayor of Market Street because he was always seen either at the Athenian or the Olympia or any of the Greek places. Of course. Jarvis's Market, any place in between. Yeah. You'd see Nick Thomas. So if Dan Rourke's going to get another mayor, he's going to get his own street. It's going to be like Varnum Ave.
The legs Teddy has. The legs Teddy Lavish and his reputation. And he really was a great hugger and a great listener and a really great Marine. He thought like you. He was very, very you.
Everybody loves Teddy. I love the times we talked together, and I unfortunately wasn't as many as could have been, but I feel bad for everybody who was close to him. A lot of people that we know.
A lot of shout outs to a lot of people
to him, so
went to see him and things.
Yeah, but hopefully when I'm gone, people remember me somewhat fondly as more than just that a-hole that annoyed me every day. But,
you'd like to think that, but you're more like than you think.
Yeah, you're just not talking to the right people. But anyway, Downtown Lowell is going to be a little bit different on weekend nights. It's not going to be the same this weekend as it was
lift the glass
last weekend. Yes, indeed. We'll lift the glass to the mayor of Middle Street, Teddy Lavish. Now somebody else we have to have a special election. We gotta name somebody else. No, you're the mayor of Kenmore Square.
I'm Kenmore. I wish.
I'm Kearney Square. Kearney Square.
I'm the Barker.
By the way, can I tell you that I'm offended?
Okay.
Why are you wearing that shirt? I finally got you a shirt. I finally paid you for 18 years of duty.
I don't see any signature on this. Wait a minute, you can't see it. It says, Bodor, thank you for all you do.
Yeah.
Who gave this to me?
I ordered some Inside Lowell swag for some of the folks who, the second round of swag.
Yeah, the second round.
We had our online store up last month, but you've got yourself a shirt.
Oh my God.
It's not as nice as the Hawaiian shirt with my photo all over it as you got me, but is it going to fit you?
Yes, perfectly. I can already tell.
Well, what size is it, if I might ask?
It's to go over my head, it's extra large.
I got what you ordered, but
It's a small.
it's a small. So, wait a minute. So you ordered a small.
I did.
But Lindsay from the Chamber of Commerce wanted a 2XL.
She wants a night shirt. I have so many night shirts. Listen, folks, I worked for the state police. Nothing came in a small. Everything's extra large. So every time there was an event, I'm rocking a shirt 17 sizes too big. So this is fantastic.
Yeah.
This is actually a woman's small.
It's big enough for you,
Yes.
so it'll fit. But the funny thing is, and I'm not going to disrespect you, but if anybody has run into Lindsay from the Chamber of Commerce, Lindsay Former, she's done a couple of young professional podcasts here, and we may start to use a little bit more often, unless Danielle kills me first. But she's a little smaller than you.
Yes.
It's fair to say, right? But she's been very helpful to me with a bunch of things, graphics and whatever else, and just like a sounding board for things.
Family.
But so I'm like, I just want to say thank you. I want to get your shirt. Oh, very nice. Thank you. Sweet kid. I said, what size? She goes, what do you want? So she tells me a t-shirt. I said, what size? And she says 2XL. And I'm like, I wear a 2XL.
For me, myself, and Irene.
I weigh twice as much as you, and I'm a good foot taller.
That was the size of your Hawaiian shirt.
What the bleep are you going to do? Wear it as a nightgown?
Dragging on the ground.
And of course, her friend, the other Lindsay, who we'll talk about in a few minutes, says she might decide to wear that as a formal gown next time she goes to
All you need is a belt and a pair of
a
stilettos.
hot gown with her.
She had the train built in.
2XL Inside Lowell t-shirt for Lindsay. Any of you who know Lindsay, or if you've seen her at a Chamber of Commerce event, please tell her that she is not a 2XL.
Say Lindsay, no. Not Lindsay.
Not Lindsay. Lindsay with the S instead of the D.
Okay.
She has no D.
It's a hard no on that. I love this. Thank you.
All right.
Long sleeve. Perfect.
Thank you. After helping me for 5 years on radio and now like 2 years on Inside Lowell, I figured the least I could do is get you a t-shirt.
I've been yannied 100 times. I'm all set.
You've been yannied. You've got
tip.
Inside Lowell t-shirt, So something will be coming from CAP for all those years of duty as well. Just
subpoena.
Take a line at the back of the credit.
Which I will go to. If subpoenaed, I will attend.
All right. Week in review.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? This would actually be a good time to pause.
Okay.
All right. And just say thank you to our sponsors. We'll do our weekend review with Leslie Bodor. And a couple of funny stories. Poor Leslie, she was triggered recently. We'll tell you how. First, let's thank all of our Daily Pulse sponsors. Ray Booton, we told you about him. You can find him online, realestaterayBooton.com. Thanks as well to WellPoint at WellPoint. Your whole health is their whole point. TMI Properties. TMI Cares. They've been building and managing their own properties for over 30 years. So if you want to make Greater Lowell your home, or any place your home, TMI Properties is your place. Thanks as well to Mahoney Oil, providing warmth and protection to generations of families since 1925. That's 100 years of service to our community. Thanks as well to the Greater Lowell Community Foundation, improving our quality of life through strategic, impactful philanthropy. Thanks as well to Francis E. Provencher Insurance, insuring our most valuable assets since 1982. Just saw Frank renewed. I renewed my auto policy, but I got some new wheels, so they took care of me very easily. You get an agent like Frank Provencher, you don't really have to do anything. Good dealer, good insurance agent. You just get in the car and drive. Thank you, Frank. Find him online at Leslie's favorite address, FEPINS.com. That's FEPINS.com. Thank you. Thank you to all of our sponsors.
No.
You know what?
I'm shaking.
You you were the first person to recognize the genius of
I had been
website.
gone like a few weeks or so. And I came back and you went and looked at it that way.
And it's like, I never had it.
I did it live to you too.
And yet you
I'm
told me
sorry.
that. So, quick news story. I meant to do this with Jerry Nutter yesterday, and quite frankly, I'm a senile old coot, and I forgot. But as I was talking about the lack of people stampeding to the early voting locations or
Yes.
to get their mail-in voting applications, I'm told 47 people actually showed up for early voting yesterday. Today is the last day of early voting in Lowell, so we may get to a whopping 1 or 1.5% of the eligible voters in the 3 districts who actually showed up to vote.
Yeah.
And it might be half of all the registered voters in the city. So money well spent. Disregard everything I said. Well spent.
Every vote counts.
Yeah, well, every vote counts.
If you can count to 100.
Every single one of these people would show up Tuesday. But hey, the activists, they need something to complain about. They also need a 6-figure executive director salary.
Oh.
So
How do you get me one of
we're
those?
not going to shoot them down. But I did forget to give you this very important bit of news from Lowell Elections Director Will Rosenberry. And there will be a story on InsideLowell.com about it today. Bring your ID to the polls on Tuesday. Bring your ID to the polls, or even today if you're going to early vote. Will tells me there are a lot of inactive voters on the list. So there's over 77,000 voters on the list. In other words, 100,000 residents. It tells 115. We got
10.
75% of the people are registered to vote. Nobody has any kids in Lowell because everybody's of voting age, right? And I hope that Social Security purge clears a few more names off that list. But anyway, a lot of these voters have been deemed inactive. They haven't returned their census, their survey card, everything that they're supposed to at the end of the year. You will not be allowed to vote. So if you are listed as an inactive voter, you're going to need to show some kind of ID to vote. Exactly. You can check online so you know ahead of time.
Your status.
But just...
It's too late to do anything about your status, but you can read your status.
Yes.
I checked mine the other day and it said active.
Active, yeah. Yeah, so just bring your ID because you're probably going to bring it along anyway, whether you drive or go collect something.
Don't have a P.O. box.
Student ID, everything.
Whatever you got.
Bring an electric bill, bring a gas bill, bring something to prove that you live where you live.
Yes.
Or where you say you live. and hope. And the good thing about voting in person is you don't have to prove you're alive because you...
Well, there is weekend at Bernie's.
Whether you have a pulse, we don't know. But
I know a few people.
Bring a voter ID to vote with you here in the city of Lowell and everywhere. It's not a bad idea. It's also a trend that we may be, I think the next big battle in Washington, D.C., forget all the little skirmishes. I think the way we vote and voter ID and even mail-in voting is going to be very contentious over the next year in our nation's capital and by extension the rest of the country.
Fun Friday. It's Fun Friday.
It's Fun Friday. That's right. I'm going to try not to trigger you because
I've been triggered.
Because I know water. I don't want to get water thrown on myself. First, let's talk about the quote-unquote UMass Lowell gunman.
Oh, my God.
So as I'm recording with Jerry yesterday, I started to pick up a sense that one of the reasons why Lowell police and others started to remove the shelter in place on Wednesday night is because they realized this wasn't the public threat or the public safety issue that we were initially concerned about. You saw the video, InsideLowell.com, on our social media, somebody walking around with what looks like a rifle from the window, pointing it, looking like he's either really looking to shoot somebody or playing war games. By the way, why did we all assume it was a he?
I couldn't tell.
Even before the UMass Lowell thing about it was a 5'5" Asian male.
Oh, interesting.
UMass Lowell put that on alert. But why did everybody assume it was a he? And how did UMass Lowell so early in the process know it was a 5'5" Asian male?
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I found that interesting.
Yeah.
But anyway, they had camera footage of him sooner, clearly. So perhaps the reason why there wasn't as much concern in the overnight. Right before I hit record with Jerry Nutter yesterday, and we talked about it on the show, we were starting to pick up a sense that Lowell police was about to, they knew who it was and they were about to take action. Sure enough, shortly thereafter, and the story is on InsideLowell.com and on Facebook and everywhere, Lowell police identified a juvenile. I'm told not even 13 yet, close to being 13, but a Lowell public school student.
Jeez, I didn't know that.
Who got out of school, For some, I don't know if he was by himself playing war games with others, but had an airsoft gun.
Well, it had a
or
magazine.
A gel gun or something.
The rubber pellet.
Yeah, whatever it was. There's some disagreement over what it was. Lowell police called it an airsoft type gun was the exact using Lowell police used.
Yeah. But it looked scary.
It looked scary. I don't know guns.
No.
It looked real to me.
Real to me, and I do know guns.
I wonder if it's real, but it looks real. Certainly if you're on a 3rd or 4th story window at a UMass Lowell dorm and you're looking out and you're recording it, right? And he's turning left and right and doing that.
And he brought his head down to the sights.
Yeah. And I speculated with Jerry that this could have been a tragedy. Thankfully,
we didn't point that at anyone.
Hopefully, there are lessons learned for that kid, for the family members who might have purchased the gun for the kid, or whoever gave a kid a gun like that and thought it was a good idea to walk around a school
with no ramifications.
A school zone.
Like, why is that okay in any situation?
Yeah, right, exactly.
I mean, do we have maladies here? I mean, are we on the autistic scale? We have a child.
I have not heard a thing. I'm not going to speculate.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it was just an innocent kid that didn't know better and doesn't understand, doesn't read the news to realize socially in 2025, 1 week after we had 2 mass shootings in Minnesota, we're not walking around even with toy guns or any gun, especially near a school campus.
Yeah.
But I was chatting about it with Jerry. This could have really easily turned tragic.
But that response was on point.
Kid's walking around this. Now you've got state police, FBI, ATF agents, Lowell police, UMass Lowell police, SWAT teams, Nemlik SWAT teams, looking for this
National Park, UMass Lowell police.
Apparently, this kid ended up back in his home.
Yeah, he was walking
ditched the gun, ditched his outfit, and was safe before anybody arrived. But what if somebody came upon him on the street?
Well, what if someone was equally armed and came upon him on the street?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So another video emerged where he's literally walking down one of the streets on his way home, and he's firing that gun.
Yes,
and you can hear the pop, pop, pop. Yep. It doesn't sound like a real gun, but again, who knows? It was from a Ring camera.
Looks like one.
But there was a scary moment in there to me that was telling. There was a little kid riding a bike.
Yeah.
You could see him in that video. That little kid never flinched.
Interesting.
The little kid never flinched. So either the little kid was familiar with the kid in his neighborhood playing with guns, or this kid looked at a potential situation where somebody's walking down the street with an assault rifle looking thing, and the little kid's like, yeah, this is normal everyday life.
Yeah,
I don't know what bothered me more. Like that. Okay, so what is this kid?
I didn't go that deep, Teddy.
What is this kid seeing in his life? Hopefully, he just knew the kid, realized it was a toy, realized maybe there were other kids playing or whatever, and didn't flinch because he just kept riding his bike around. You can see it in the ring footage.
Yes, you can. Unfortunately, what it is your perception of whether that gun is real or not. It's not whether it is or it isn't. If it looks real, that's what you don't know is the information, and what you think their intent is nefarious, obviously. Why are you open and carrying in Massachusetts, even if you can? Don't be an idiot.
This is the potential tragedy I'm talking about. You were a state trooper.
Yeah.
If you come upon this kid, first thing you're going to do is Tom, what's the first thing you're going to do?
I'd recognize his age.
Okay, but
I'd see him. I'd look him right in the eye.
You try to yell, hey,
put that down.
Put that down right now. Stop and 100%. Put that gun down. Right. Young kid, 12 years old, 13 years old.
He goes,
now all of a sudden he's like, what? That's exactly. So he goes from pointing here to just, he hears the voice and he turns like
Common sense gets in here. Common sense.
If you see that,
I'm
you're
ducking behind a dumpster.
Or are you shooting?
No.
You're not shooting?
No. I'm not shooting.
Would another cop shoot?
Yes.
Would another cop be justified in shooting?
Yes.
If the gun wasn't put down and turned in their direction.
Right.
So, again, thankfully, none of this happened, but we're lucky we didn't have a tragedy.
Oh, 100%.
That would have made even more.
But what's great about the
headlines.
training here in the Lowell Police Department is they have the same philosophy as my training in the state police, which was shoot to and screw. It's not release a magazine. It's true.
Wait, what was the philosophy?
Shoot to and screw.
Shoot to
meaning
and
move
screw.
your position. You're shooting. You don't want to be a stagnant flash bing. So get behind a dumpster. Get behind a car. The engine preferably, not the door, which you can shoot through.
Oh, good tip.
Yeah, get behind an engine block.
Good tip. Get behind the front of
a car,
yeah.
not the back of the car. Yeah.
Good thinking.
Yeah.
So I learned so much from you through the years. I learned.
Well, I've been shot at, Teddy.
Better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6.
That's right.
And shoot to and screw.
Shoot to and screw.
All right, so I like
She's
it.
doing good. Well, that's what happens. And the last shooting that Lowell had with the police officer, guy got out of the car with a gun on Middlesex Street. Our guy, a rookie, shot two, and it was over. He didn't really.
Well, that's it. So shoot
Great
two and
training.
two. If you're a good shooter, the first shot does
That's
the trick.
true.
And again, you've got a tragic.
In a second. You have a fraction of a second to decide. A fraction of a second.
Exactly.
You know, not even that.
What should happen to this kid, Leslie? A lot of feedback on our Facebook posts on Inside Lowell on Facebook. A lot of, that kid needs to go to juvenile. The parents need to be locked up.
No.
I have not spoken to Lowell police yet. Are there any charges here? Should there be any charges? Should there at the very least be some kind of counseling slash training for this kid and whatever adult figure might be in this kid's life?
I think what he needs first is a complete physical, head to toe. Everything, from thought process to rationalization to reasoning to, do you have a murmur? I mean, how are you? Are you healthy? And get that squared away. And then get him into good hands in the city. We have good hands in this city, not my hands, but good hands in this city. That can, you know what I mean?
That's a nice segue for something else we're going to talk about.
I could be mischievous. But anyway, I think that the first thing to do is approach it compassionately. And don't go for the hammer right away. Just don't, because you can't start at 10.
Right.
Start at 1.
I
Work
think,
your way up to 10.
I think you use this as a teachable moment. If adults were responsible for this, they really need to. It needs to. Again, we're not going to throw anybody in jail.
Oh no.
Because I'm going to bet this kid was playing a game or practicing to play a game that he's seen other kids in the neighborhood playing. But somebody needs to get these kids to realize if you do that in your backyard or inside the confines of your own house,
situation.
Right? What's going on in that neighborhood? What's going on in that house? And
do it gently.
Hopefully learn from it. And thankfully the kid
tragedy diverted, because this city lit up on fire. I live downtown, the helicopter, fire, ambulance, cruises.
My niece lives in Richmond, Virginia. She saw it on the news down there.
It made
news across the country for a little bit.
New York Post, Teddy.
Yeah. So
but it was not an active shooter. I think we're so used to people saying shooter, shooter, shooter. It was a gun. It was actively being shot, but it wasn't an active shooter.
Yeah, so it's interesting you said that, because
I know it's a nuance.
It's not bad to treat it seriously.
No.
And there were a lot of people who right off the bat were like, we're all making a big deal about it. It's clearly a kid with a gun. No, you don't know. No, you don't know. It's a kid.
No.
So you need to treat it with the seriousness that the Lowell police did.
Oh, yeah.
However, I saw some of these folks on Facebook. They were right away calling it an active shooter. And immediately my first law enforcement force I worked out, and they were in the middle of it. They're like, can't talk. But
there's no other term for it, though.
But they wanted to make clear there is no shooting. We're searching. We can't find him, but there is no shooting and no injury. So it's a quote unquote, now it's a potential. So it's going to be a potential gunman. And we tried to be very careful on all our wording to word it as that, and not to panic people, because those girls in that dorm were scared. When I heard their voice on that video, they were legitimately scared. And I'm told when they made the 911 call that they had a hard time understanding the girl on the phone, because she was so traumatized and so
it should be. She's been training her whole life to hide from guns.
So that's
barricaded doors, everything you can imagine.
And this is for the folks who are quick to say, it's just a kid having a prank. No, this kid had to receive some formal training. You're not going to school today without running a school shooter drill, right? We used to run fire drills. We all walked in the laughed. These kids
generation before hit under the desk because of the bomb.
Correct. And I'm betting that after last week in Minnesota, it was reinforced in the Lowell public schools and every public school.
So everybody was on alert.
That it was,
and then boom.
Right. So in
comes Junior.
So for this kid not to be able to pick up those social cues, I'm wondering if a lot of what you said, is there something wrong? Is there something in that household?
Let's look for that first and judge later.
Yeah. All right. Good.
Crisis aversion, because the crisis happens downtown to me all the time, too. I got cut off by a skateboarder today, and I was triggered.
Yeah. What did you fall off a skateboard? What? You told me you got triggered today. I said, by what? You said a skateboarder.
I had a flashback.
You fell off and broke an arm, and your whole summer vacation from school was spent in a cast?
No.
What?
Right in front of my building in County Square, it's a 2-level sidewalk. It's 2 levels. So what they were doing is they were coming down one side of the sidewalk and every day, all day, with their skateboards. And there was a pack of them. It was a big thing like a few years ago. Skateboards everywhere. So I went down and tried to talk to them, and I was told where to go. And
Okay, wait. You tried to speak with them, talk to them, or did you?
I said, yeah, my baby's sleeping
were you
upstairs.
Leslie Bodor?
My baby's sleeping upstairs. Could you not? And they threatened my baby, which I don't have.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Are they obviously didn't know who you
bring your
are?
baby down. I'm like, I'm not bringing my baby down.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, but they were threatening to break all the glass windows if anybody told them to leave.
They clearly didn't know who they were messing with, right?
No, the Green Bamboo didn't do anything about it, and it was just nonstop every day, all day, every day, all day. So anyway, one day I just got really, really fed up, and it was around noontime. And I live on the third floor.
You had just woken up.
I was up. They woke me up. And there they were again. And told me where to go on my island. So I opened my third floor window, which squeaks. And I ducked down and I took a vase and I filled it with water and I stuck it out as little as I could through the window. And I just poured it.
Did you hit one?
I heard the F word. And I heard a splash. I made quite a splash. But I shut the window. Like they won't ever see me. And then I took the blind down and I ducked down in my house and I sat. I just waited. But the
I'm
noise.
pretty sure they knew who it was.
The noise
after
subsided.
you yelled
No,
at
they
them before.
No, I had spoken to them kindly.
Oh.
And they told me where to go and I went. So they only could look up at nothing. I wish I thought of milk because it would have looked like a bird.
Oh, that would have been even better.
Anyway, a week goes by. I'm sitting at a pub with my pal Nancy, and I say, I got to tell you something. I got to get this off my chest. Nancy McGovern.
Wait, you confessed?
Yeah. I said, I got to tell somebody. I haven't told us all. Nancy, the political pundit, Nancy McGovern. And I'm talking to, I call her Kitschy. I go, Kitsch, I got to tell you something.
Wait, why do you call her Kitschy?
Because I never knew what outfit she'd show up in. So I thought her style was kitschy.
I thought it was because she was always baking.
No, that would be kitchen. But no, this is kitschy.
So if I call Nancy McGovern next time I see her,
Kitschy, she'll turn around. Yeah, she'll know it came from me.
Will she pour water on me?
No. I didn't think I was going to hit anybody. I didn't stick my head out and look. That was just a point directional shooting, Teddy. I've been trained. So I said, I have to tell you something. And she goes, what? Do you mean the water you threw out the window of your condo the other day? And I said, excuse me? She says, are you trying to tell me the story about you pouring water out your window at County Square the other day? And I said, yes. She says, you know who you did it in front of? I said, no. She says, directly across from you is the Howe building. That's where Nikki Sonkus' office is. Nikki Sonkus and Brian Martin saw you, heard you open your window. Because my window's 15 feet high. I mean, they saw me move the screen. They saw me take this gorgeous vase that was long and narrow and just... They saw the whole thing. So Brian looks at Nancy and says, well, she could have shot them. So at least she used the waterboarding. I waterboarded them instead.
You waterboarded, skateboarded.
Adult men
and Nikki,
skateboarding.
Then Congresswoman Nikki Sonkus and her then District Director Brian
very powerful people
watched you do it out the window.
And I never told a soul. So I tell Nancy, I go, Nancy, I got to tell you something.
Apparently they never told a soul either because I haven't heard the story and I talk to Nikki Sonkus every month.
And what's funny is I didn't know they saw me. So I think I'm getting something off. She goes, oh, the time you threw water out in front of Nikki Sonkus and Brian Martin. I go, what? What? I could not believe she responded that way. One of my best memories.
But they did not snitch.
They didn't
rat you out.
They didn't rat me out.
Because they were probably as annoyed with the skateboarders as
They
you were.
heard it all day too.
Yeah.
And you gotta open your windows someday. The electric I'm getting gouged on, so I gotta open my windows. It's not an option to move. I mean, what am I gonna do? Now it's loud music, so forget it.
Let that be a lesson to anybody who wants to skateboard past County Square.
In it.
Pick it up at the auditorium and walk by until you get over.
Because next time it won't be water.
Closer to the old Bon Marché building. Also, if you're driving through downtown and your windows are open and you're blaring music louder than any nightclub on a Friday or Saturday night, you're going to end up in Bodor's social media.
When your passenger seat is a speaker, that's a flag. And we're talking men firmly entrenched in their 30s and 40s. We're not talking children here.
Is it because you're not a fan of the music?
No.
Your social media had that video.
What was it yesterday? Wheel in the sky keeps on turning.
Oh, all right. That's
that
a
was
cool
yesterday.
Song. All right.
Yeah, but I couldn't hear a thing. I'm trying to think. I can't think. Clearly, I can't think because I'm trying to get a position, and I kind of.
So how do we get our revenge on those people? They're too far out in the street for you to pour water on.
Yeah, they stopped.
Can you throw some? Can you throw like some?
No, they stopped.
Oh, they stopped
completely
playing?
stopped.
Oh, so
Yes,
they must have seen your social media.
No, they didn't. It was way before social media.
Really?
Yeah, but I didn't know I had two powerful witnesses across the street.
No, that's the skateboard. I'm talking about the cars and the music now. We need
the cars and the music. Yeah.
How do we stop? You can't pour water on that.
No, you can't.
So
No.
what can we do? Can we throw do you have any
We can throw the bylaw at them, which means you can't do it.
Do you have any rotten fruits or vegetables? Keep some rotten fruits or vegetables in your fridge.
I want to do like Monty Python and run away. That's what I want to do, but I can't.
Instead of a water balloon, but fill the balloon with milk. How's your aim?
Bird. My aim's excellent.
Do you throw like a girl?
Ask King Donahue how my aim is.
Do you throw like a girl?
No, but I shoot like one.
All right.
That's a great shot.
So now we understand why Leslie Bodor was traumatized by a skateboard this morning. You poured water on some folks, which reminded me of a headline that I saw just yesterday.
Someone been waterboarded lately?
Here's the headline.
Oh, no.
Wealthy enclaves, that's a great word, enclave, an enclave. Wealthy enclave sewage reveals higher than average cocaine levels in the water. They're talking about Nantucket.
There once was a man from Nantucket.
Nantucket authorities launched a wastewater testing program this summer to monitor island-wide drug trends. Now, this is something that I knew from the opioid field. They used to test a new technology that they started testing to see how bad of a drug problem a community had.
Right.
And they could tell by testing the sewage.
Well, they were pouring all their prescriptions down the toilet, and it literally was coming on the water.
or they were pooping
instead of dropping the.
They were also pooping and peeing it out as it was exiting.
As the body will do.
But that was kind of the take. They used that technology during COVID, if you remember. They started testing the sewage and waters to see is there a COVID problem, even though we may not be testing.
Because there wasn't enough controversy.
Yeah, because there weren't enough COVID tests, so we had to test the poop.
I still have my tests.
If you're taking samples of my poop and you're not my doctor checking for some condition, you got serious issues. You need to find another
That's not Don't
law
answer.
enforcement and public health isn't your line of work. Anyway, so they decide in Nantucket, where the rich and wealthy,
from New York.
I spent a couple of weeks down on the Cape between July 4th and my vacation, and I was nowhere near Nantucket.
But you were in Nantucket Sound.
I was on a watch list.
You were in Nantucket Sound. You were in Falmouth. You were in the Sound.
Good thing I didn't go in the beach water, or else I could have probably gotten
contact high.
Yeah. So,
wait a minute. What beach was that? That's what you need is me on cocaine.
So the sewage in New England's exclusive Nantucket retreat is full of cocaine, according to local authorities, who this summer began testing it to monitor drug use in a popular summer getaway for the rich and powerful.
It's Miami Vice. They're throwing the bundles over from their $1 million yachts.
Cocaine levels 50% higher than the national average.
And the vineyard's weed. I know the vineyard
Is
for
there
sure
weed
is
on the vineyard?
Weed is the vineyard.
I guess the good news is it's not opiates.
Wait a minute, they're trying to make weed a Class A again. They're trying to make it illegal again. So.
Nantucket. Good parties down there, huh?
I guess so.
Is the Kennedy compound still down there?
Well, the Kennedys do frequent Nantucket. Well, it was Chappaquiddick.
Yeah, that was Nantucket.
That was water.
Nantucket. Wow.
Maybe that's what happened to Mary Jo Kopechne. She got high from the drowning. Bless her heart. He should have done something.
You think?
Creep.
You think he should have at least called 911?
I mean, he called his family.
Well, it was a political career to
Yeah, I
worry
know.
about them.
What are we going to do? Well, they dug up the rose garden, so there you go. We're even now.
You're tuned into the Daily Pulse on this Friday, September 5th. Leslie Bodor's with us, about to wrap things up. But I have another bit of advice for folks out there. I've told you to bring your ID if you're going to go vote in Lowell Tuesday. If you're looking to hide out, I know the perfect spot.
Oh, jeez.
Leslie Bodor's inbox.
Which one?
Wait, apparently you got a new job, and
No one told me.
you got a new job, but didn't know it.
No, I didn't know.
because you don't check your email.
That's correct, because
Leslie, it's 2025. Check your effing email.
I get like 100 a day, kid. I'm like, oh my God, all this advertising and everything. And I don't have a laptop, so I only have my phone. So it's not an excuse. It was addressed to me. So I asked a friend for a favor. It's called A Friend in Need is a Pest. So I dropped a dime. And the tone came back at me a little bit. Hey, they reached out to you. Check your email. So this lovely department reached out to me. I checked my email and I joined the group. So
can we say what the department is?
yeah, it's the Department of Schools.
So you said you didn't volunteer because you would get paid. And by the way, they're paying them much better nowadays to be a substitute teacher in the Lowell Public Schools
they need
to give back a little bit to the community.
Yeah.
And the way it goes is whenever they have a need every morning or the night before, they reach out to their list of substitute teachers.
That's correct.
And they bring them in, and you would go in and fill in for the day and enlighten kids the same way you've been enlightening and our audiences.
Don't bring your skateboard.
For all these years. No kid would ride a skateboard to school
Don't
or
come in
play
on
music
wheels.
loudly. But apparently you got hired.
I think I did.
Except you didn't know, and you kept wondering, why are they ignoring me?
No, I'm not ignoring, but I didn't want to be a pest. You know, a friend in need is a pest, so I didn't want to bother them, so I bothered the friends. I called you and I said, has anybody called you? No. I called someone else. Has anybody called you? No. So this person checked, and this person wasn't happy with me at all because it was human error on my end. Absolutely my end. 100% me. And he just had, I felt like I was in the principal's office already. I haven't showed up
You
yet.
got scolded? Did you get hit with a yardstick?
I got hit with a yardstick, a ruler. I got a bad habit. He looked like a nun. I swear in my mind, I'm getting scolded. But he had every right to scold me. I tell people every day, check your email.
Yeah, if you're applying for a position, you applied by email or over the phone?
No, I walked down.
Oh, you walked down.
I took the class.
Did they tell you they'd notify you by email?
Yes.
And you didn't check your email?
Well, I didn't get notified. I only got told to join this payroll thing.
It clearly got kicked to your spam folder, right?
I don't have one.
So it was in your inbox.
Just that, not the, hey, welcome aboard. I didn't get a welcome aboard. So I didn't think I was on board. I didn't know if my Corey had come through or anything yet. So I guess I should have asked somebody earlier. But I'm just not one to push.
Apparently not.
No, I don't. I said, I don't want to. I walked down there specifically to give them my stuff. And I was nervous, I'm the whole 9 yards. Like, I want to get back a little bit. And then I found out at the high school they have a criminal justice program now.
They do. They've launched a new program with Lowell Police, so a unique initiative. You'd be perfect for that.
I don't think I can get in
but
there.
But high
though.
school kids, though?
Yeah, 100%.
Is that where you'd want to go?
Yeah, because they're all getting a license. I can teach them all about that.
Driving, yes.
I gave licenses out for the registry once.
That's right. So, hey,
That was a
Lowell
nightmare.
High kids, be on the lookout for if your teacher calls in sick someday, substitute Leslie Bodor.
I'd love to be
in your
part of
class.
that.
I actually think the kids will love you. I really do. I think the kids will enjoy you. Maybe not the troublemakers. I do worry how the faculty's how that teacher's room at lunch is gonna react to you with your very loud and big persona.
Well, you know what's very
walking
interesting
in.
today? This is a Friday Fun Friday. I actually know how to rein it in. I know how to stand in the back.
You
very
mean Miss
easily.
Leslie Bodor
Yeah.
won't be at the front at the whiteboard or video
No.
board or whatever they have in a
No,
classroom
just make sure they
these days?
spell my name right. That's it. Because when there's a complaint, I want it spelled correctly.
It's only five. They have this. Do they have this rate my teacher thing? I know they do it in college.
And I don't know. I haven't been getting the okay yet.
You haven't worked yet.
So I emailed back and I was just curious. Do I just show up?
Just show up in school.
And I don't have an ID. And I
Oh, no,
said,
yeah, you need to get an ID.
well, so I didn't understand that, and I guess it was supposed to be spoken about at this the meeting thing that I went to, and I looked at my notes and I missed it. I guess I missed it. So I didn't know how to get into the high school. Like I just can't walk in, and the response was, well, you should bring an ID with you everywhere you go.
Right, exactly.
And I went
to vote as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine that you need an ID to get into a school, but asking one to vote.
Yeah, but I was talking about a lanyard ID, and then I just went, I'm already behind the 8 ball here.
You've been dying to
I
wear
look like an
a
idiot.
lanyard.
She thinks I'm stupid already. I mean, I got Senate pissed at me. So I feel bad all over. Well, I didn't mean any of it. I mean, it was human error.
What have you ever like tried to put your name in to be like a dispatcher? A lot of police departments are always hiring dispatchers, right?
The chief at the time didn't want me.
In Lowell, who was the chief at the time?
Billy Taylor. Did not want
He didn't
me.
want you?
No, because there's 911 training now. And they would have to send me to an academy, which would have been my fourth. And I went, okay. I walked up to
You're
him.
a professional academy student?
Yes, I was a DI, a drill instructor at a state police training. I taught motor vehicle law. I mean, I could do a lot for the criminal justice program at high school, but I don't know how to get in it without being a substitute. And I think they're going to put me in the math department, and I'm sweating.
Well, yeah, but that's you're going to your roots. Your dad was one of the brilliant mathematicians.
Yes, he was.
Right?
I can't invoke his spirit, Eddie. My mother didn't have it.
The math skills, math skills aren't hereditary. No, they skip a generation. Right?
And I don't know. I didn't have kids.
And since you don't have kids, it may die off with that wonderful banner up at JFK Plaza.
That's my father. He had it all.
All right. No substitute teaching every other Friday, okay?
No, they wanted me today.
So yeah, but do they know it's a Daily Pulse day? They need to learn the Daily Pulse schedule.
I'm not talking to anybody.
But you can do it every other Friday because you rotate with the pod squad.
Yeah, I like this.
Batch on the hyphen. And we've got, speaking of Friday on the Daily Pulse, a little bit of exciting news.
I know, I'm wicked excited
We can tell you all about it. The Inside Lowell Daily Pulse is going live beginning next Friday. 10 a.m.
Tell me more.
10 a.m. live edition of the Daily Pulse with the ability to talk to you out there. We've got a phone number, the Pulse line, as we're going to call it. Just dial 978 Pulse in. That's 978 Pulse in. Hey, actually, look at that right there. We're going to get some better graphics and
I'm sorry, I tried.
And signs and stuff, but
Lindsay did that.
That's when I say she helps around the office. She helps around the office. She does. And it's great when she does it in her 2XL Inside Lowell shirt.
Her lingerie?
I don't know if I woke her up when I got here or if she's going to the prom. I'm not sure.
Well, it depends on the tiara you're wearing. If it's shiny, it's the prom.
Starting next Friday and every Friday live at 10 a.m., the Inside Lowell Daily Pulse live, the live edition of the Daily Pulse. We want to talk to you. We want to hear from you. We want you to get in on the fun. And along with either Bodor on the alternating weeks or the Pod Squad, Batch and the hyphen.
It's fun learning about this live, Teddy.
We've got a star on the live
Yes, I heard.
Daily Pulse. Lavish Lindsay, not Lavash. Not Lavash, Lindsay.
Which is a compliment.
But lavish Lindsay.
Excuse me, lavish Lindsay.
And and we're spelling it LIND-Z.
Z, like Jack.
She's let's just say she's a little bit younger than you and I. Okay, a lot younger than you and I. She could probably be my granddaughter.
Really? Well, the hyphen could be my kid.
That would be it would be tight. I would have to.
I'd be proud to have hyphen.
If I started procreating at like 18, yeah, she could be my girl.
Yeah, so could the hyphen.
But
seriously, that's how old we are.
Be my daughter.
Mine.
But we're all a little bit older. But what the Daily Pulse needs is a little bit of pizzazz, and the only trouble is that lavish Lindsay hates me. She does not.
I have friends, Daddy? You're telling me I have friends?
So I may end up, regretting this.
No. Was she over here?
She's going to be, that's going to be her camera. She's going to have her own little spot right there.
She can give you side eye anytime she wants.
Yeah, she's going to have access to the feedback line.
That's wonderful.
So when you share your comments with Lavish Lindsay.
Well, what was interesting, when you went live at the Rourke Bridge, There was like 8,000 people along with me watching.
Our live shows do fantastic.
Really
but I
well.
haven't been able to do the feedback stuff is tough because I'm too busy switching back and forth from all these cameras and all this fun stuff. But now we'll have somebody to help out to monitor the feedback and have a little fun. Plus,
Did we kill your computer?
No, that was my phone. It could be Lavish Lindsay, wondering what the hell I'm doing right now.
Hey, noon. Let's go.
But yeah, every Friday it will be live at 10 a.m. But if you can't watch it live, we'll be dropping it at noon, just like every other day. And we'll even share the feedback that comes in after the fact
Good.
on the Daily Pulse. But I'm excited about this. One more time, the Inside Lowell Daily Pulse live.
Congratulations.
On Fridays.
Yeah.
Speaking of live, election night, September 9th, just a few days away, 4 days away now. We'll be going live at 7 a.m. 7 to 8, I'll be here along with the likes of Jim Leary,
AM?
Pappas. Did I say AM? 7 p.m. That's 15 years of morning radio, folks. It's all AM to me. But we'll be
AM
live
radio.
at 7 p.m. as the polls close. We'll get you caught up on everything happening in the city,
good.
the activity, the turnout or lack thereof, what the people are saying, what the candidates are saying. And then at 8 o'clock, when the polls close, Jerry Nutter will come in here, join Greg Pappas, join Jim Leary, and special guest, we can announce this as well. Former Lowell Mayor Bill Samaras.
Oh, get out.
Yeah, we were hoping to have John Leahy with us. John is unfortunately going to be away. He'll be here in November. But that Belvedere race, your old neighborhood, everybody's talking about that race. Well, why not a guy from that district who's running that district run?
He's going to take some no-dos.
He knows that district as well. Yeah, he's complaining about how early I drag him in here in the morning. He might be mad at how late I get him in here at night. But we'll have Bill Samaras here. A few other bells and whistles as well.
That's great.
Lindsay will be here in her nightgown inside Lowell. Sure. To help us with some
I love mine. Thank you again.
So we got a whole bunch of
It's not signed, but I know who it is.
It's my writing. You don't recognize my writing?
No.
Look that up. Anyone who's ever received anything from me in writing knows that that's me. Yeah,
I can't
that's
see
my
it.
writing. Yeah.
Yeah, but you didn't sign it. It's
Do I have
anonymous.
to sign? I handed it to you. Do I have to sign it? What's the matter with you, Bodor?
I think it's plausible deniability.
By the way, the next time we pop up our Inside Lowell pop-up store, I'm going to have skateboards with the Inside Lowell logo and Bodor's photo. Leslie Bodor. Always a blast.
Thanks, everyone.
I can't wait to start hearing stories from you when you actually do substitute teach. That could be its own podcast in and of itself.
I hope it all works out. I really do. I want to help. I really want to help. I know it sounds crazy, but I do.
Well, hopefully the principals aren't watching.
Well, I'm already behind the 8 ball. They are. I'm so sorry, everyone. It was my fault.
Well, you're pissed off at people who are doing the hiring.
You're doing me a favor, and it was my fault.
Bodor. Hey, thank you. Thanks for the coffee.
My pleasure.
Needed a little extra kick. Thank all of you for tuning in as well on the Daily Pulse. That wraps up another week. Let me speak English on the Daily Pulse. A lot of fun next week, as we mentioned. A lot of election focus. Special guests will be joining us here. Who knows what else we'll have for you. And remember that Friday, September 12th, the Daily Pulse goes live. The show that keeps its finger on the pulse of Lowell and the world around it. Till then, everybody stay safe, stay cool, have yourself a really nice weekend. I'll see you on the other side.